Osio Tehiju, this is Firebird Grey Wolf of Native Voices Turtle Island TV. And today, this is not Taco Tuesday, but Healing Wednesday. Um, I have two special guests, and the first guest is really divine. My second guest is Donna Quain. And hi, girls, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, Sherelle. Really, can you tell me your heritage?
Okay. I'm born and raised in Staten Island, third generation. My father's mother is Blackfoot and Cherokee Native, and my grandfather is Cuban and Sicilian on his side. On my
Wow.
mother's side, she's Cherokee and Irish, and of course African American. She has Geechee blood.
Oh, Geechee blood.
Yes,
Awesome. Oh, fun people. I
yes.
hope to go to the Carolinas and meet some of them.
She's from Bishopville, South Carolina.
Okay. And Donna,
Yeah.
introduce yourself and
Okay.
your heritage.
Okay. So I always say I'm a native mutt, but anyways, I am actually Scatico, and which came from the Mohegans down in Scatico, but I'm also Chippewa, Cree, and Mohawk. So that's me. So Scatico tribal.
And you're both spiritual people.
Yes.
Um, yes. Can you tell me, Divine,
Yes.
what type of healing arts you use?
I'm a Reiki master. I obtained my certification 6 months ago. I did it in stages. It's basically energy healing. It's a Japanese form of energy healing. And you can touch the person, or you don't have to really touch them. I can do distance healing from afar. Like I can do healing from here and heal you while I'm here. It's all about the energy, and the energy you send down is all positive.
Awesome.
Yes.
And you also do angel card readings?
I do. I actually go by the angel numbers, like the sequences. Sometimes you may see 1, 2, 3, 4, or 7, 11, or different. It might match up in a way, and usually that's a message from the angels. And you just look it up, and basically you get your message that you're trying to get by based on those numbers.
Oh, wow. And Donna, can you tell the audience? Donna, by the way, is one of my best friends.
Wow.
She's a Reiki master and instructor.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes, and Donna, can you tell our guests a little bit about yourself, your healing practice, and so on and so forth?
Okay, sure. So I am a certified Reiki master and teacher, and I'm also certified in animal Reiki too. I also practice our cultural Haudenosaunee healing light, which is very similar to Reiki, but yet a little different.
Okay.
It's from Universal Life Force. My cultural healing light is actually from Turtle Island, so they're
Wow.
yeah a little different. Reiki, I was certified by Lisa Powers for 1, 2, 3, and master and teacher, and also for animal.
Oh wow. That's wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm also a coach. I'm a life coach, and I'm also a certified mediator. And I take
That's
a lot of
good.
that, and I put that all together, kind of in a sense, sometimes. And I'm also a lead drummer and singer of Spirit of Thunderheart, or a Native American Music Award winners for our first CD, Rising, nominated for our Unity, and our third CD, won in 2019 for Tradition. And anyways, we have a lot of fun. And I'm also I've done a couple of movies. I've done me and another girl from my group. We've done theater. I've produced and directed theater, and have a lot of fun. It's fun. So you have to love what you do for a living.
Yes.
Yeah, she's a two-time winner of the prestigious Native American Music Award,
Wow.
our version of the Grammys.
Wow, that's wonderful. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Okay. Pleasure to meet you.
And I hope y'all connect and stay friends and sisters from this day forward. I command you.
Okay, I will listen.
We need a sisterhood of healers.
Yes.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
know, this young lady, Donna, she impressed me with her spirit. So I invited her to be on the show because I have so much concerns about what's happening around us, the imbalance in the atmosphere, the world,
Yeah, I can feel it too.
how
I'm very
people are
sensitive to
treating
things.
each other, and so on and so forth. So I had a concentration today on energy vampires, psychic vampires.
Right.
So Sherelle is she's gonna you know help us with her version of healing, and I'll let you lead off, Sherelle.
Basically, what would you like me to talk about? How I do my healing, or
Yes, your methods, things
okay.
that you have encountered.
I have encountered plenty of energy vampires. They come around and they fill you with all their drama and problems, and they sit up there and they just sit there and cry and they let it out and then they leave.
Mhm.
And then you're sitting there and you're like, why do I feel so exhausted? Why do I feel so tired? They just drain your energy. So I choose to stay away from people like that. And also, I collect stones. I've been collecting stones since I was about 8 years old. My grandmother encouraged it. And the stone that I wear for protection is the black tourmaline.
Mhm.
It just blocks the negativity.
Can you tell the audience a little bit, fill them in, teach them?
Okay, the stones are forms of protection. They're basically living things just like we are. They just look pretty.
I,
Um,
I call them
I
rock
have
people.
I have selenite. This is like to cleanse your aura. I have peacock ore. This is for strength. It's very pretty. It's like colorful.
Mhm.
I have rainbow fluorite. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, hold it in the middle, hun. In the middle, where your face is. Yes. Now bring it up. Okay. Awesome.
And I have amethyst, which is one of my favorites.
Mhm.
I have what's this? I forgot the name of this one. I don't know why I got mental brain fog. Um,
Would you know,
pyrite. This is
Donna?
pyrite.
Oh, it's pyrite. Yeah,
Yes.
pyrite.
I have the clear quartz and the rose quartz.
Uh,
So I collect them, and they protect me and they help me and it wards off the negative energy, especially the black tourmaline. It's very powerful and strong.
Very powerful and strong. For the
Yes.
Lakota Indians, they use black as well for
Okay.
protection and many other things. But it's very, very powerful. For my tribe, red and black was very important too, of the forces and the directions. Um,
Oh wow.
my heritage is Cherokee, Lenape. I have Tuscarora and Navajo on my family tree, but I'm registered as Cherokee Lenape.
I
And
heard that I have Lenape as well. My grandmother is born and raised in Staten Island, and I heard that that is the tribe that was here back then.
yeah, well, you should look into that. Very
Yeah,
much so. Don't leave any ancestors out.
of course not. I honor my ancestors. They'll get on me. They'll whip my butt if I do. They'll beat my butt.
So, I just wanted to talk to you and ask Donna. She told me she encountered some energy vampires, and could you fill us in, Donna, your latest encounters and what you use for protection?
Oh gosh, well, it was funny because when Firebird was talking about this show, which was yesterday morning early, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, I'm receiving some kind of message, and it was one of those vampire sucking energy drainers, and I've been dealing with this for a very long time with several people, and to the point where I just have to cut them off. Because it takes up my time, it drains me, it makes me tired, makes me forget.
Yes.
I get brain fog, and I end up not taking care of myself. I forget about, and the others around me. And I think what it is for one, just plain cutting them off. If it's something that's over the phone, it's easy to do. Cut them off. And it's not anything mean or bad that I'm sending back to them. It's something where I'm just plain cutting them off and saying, hey, I'm done.
Yeah, you're just setting your boundaries.
Yeah, you set your boundaries, and then you hit that block. And but I do use certain things for protection. In my native healing light, we believe that we can send other people. Basically, we don't use the white light in our healing, right? We can send the white light to people in only a certain way, but it's not to be used.
Okay.
So we don't use it in healing, but we can surround ourselves in white light, for protection. So that's what I do. I surround myself in that white light that comes from the good side of things, the bright side, the creator, And so I surround myself, and that's how I protect myself, But I also do use stones too. And I would have to get up to walk over there. But yeah, I pretty much have the same exact stones that you have. And I also use turquoise a lot. And let's see, bloodstone is one that I use a lot. And I'm looking over there. See what I have set out. I have a lot of things set up. My crystal. Actually, I use a lot. And I think it's, about stopping the draining, of us. Because, we are better people, and we can do better. When you do better, you are better. When you are better,
Yeah.
you're better, right? Same exact meaning. And so, I think that's what it's about from these people. It's about protecting yourself, using those modern tools, and just dispelling that crazy, negative, dark energy.
Yeah, I can feel it. Do you ever feel it? Like sometimes, like you could feel it.
Yep.
I always thought something was wrong with me when I was young.
Yeah.
I used to be like, why do I feel tense? Like, what's wrong? Like, I never knew what it was, but I was picking up on other people's energy, but I didn't know that until I got older.
Right. I get like that chest feeling, like, oh my God, I'm getting a heart attack. The heart attack comes, gets really, really tight, and then I start to get anxiety. Anxiety, like, and sometimes I get a little tired. I'm really drained. That's when I know I've had enough. When I get just, the life sucked out of me.
Yes.
I've had enough. That usually comes after that heavy feeling in the chest, that tight.
Yes.
Nose. Oh God, I can't. Man, that hurts.
Can I ask both of you girls how young you were when you came into your spiritual self, when you start realizing there was something special about your life, your being? I'll start with Sherelle and then Donna.
I started having like little awakenings at the age of 19. I was able to see like people that were evil. Like I could tell that something was wrong with them, like they were no good, but it would
I
scare
wish I
me.
knew you then.
Yeah, it would scare me. I would be like, whoa, like what the heck? Did I just see that? Or am I going crazy? So I thought that I was going crazy. And then at the age of, I could say after I had my daughter, I started to become more spiritual and accepted. My daughter is 11. So when I was about 26, because I'll be 38 in next month on the 11th. So yeah, around the age of 26, 27.
Around the age of 26. And you mentioned, I think your family, you're different from other members in your family. I'll say the ancestors kind of like picked you out in the family to do this.
Yeah. Everybody thinks I'm weird. Everybody's like, oh, here comes Sherelle. You better move away. Here she comes. She's gonna say something to you. You know she's crazy. That's the first thing. Yeah, she's crazy. Meanwhile, I'm getting messages from my grandparents and everybody else. But I'm
Really?
crazy.
Can you tell us some
Yes.
of your experiences? Because I'm sure the audience.
It's more like an intuition thing. Like I could feel it in my stomach. Like if something's not right, I get like a feeling, or like I could hear something saying like, don't do that, or don't. It's your ancestors. They're telling you to not. Everybody has it. It's just that some people just ignore it. And then they end up in situations where they messed up, and then they're like, damn, I should have listened to my inner voice. Your inner voice basically is your ancestors. They're letting you know, don't do that, don't go in that store, don't turn that corner, turn back around. They're letting you know. You might like a lot of times I found out that my spirit animal is a crow. I had a crow in front of my building one day. And I'm like, what the heck? Where did the crow come from? It just kept yelling and yelling and yelling. About 2 days later, one of my cousins passed away.
Oh, wow.
I guess he was letting me know that something was going to happen.
Oh, wow.
But I've never seen any crows here on Staten Island like that. It was early in the morning, about like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. I was going to the store to get my cigarettes.
Well, in my Cherokee culture, the crow is the messenger.
Well, that's what it was then. Because I was wondering, I was like, yeah.
He came to you.
Yeah, right. He landed right on the wire, right by the pole in front of my building. There's a wire, where the electricity comes from and the cable wires. And he was just sitting there. And he actually kind of flew behind me until I went inside the building. I was like, what the heck? But then my cousin had passed away 2 days after that. My cousin Jason.
Yeah, that's the messenger, and we look upon the crow highly. Very spiritual. And thank you for sharing that. What about you, Donna? How young were you when you came on your spiritual path?
I've had a very interesting start, actually. When I was born with a few problems. I was born local, and my aunt had told me that. Well, she said I just wasn't the most beautiful baby she's seen, but she said that. She said that I was. She seems to think that I was like that biggest mountain, where I would move mountains, as a baby, because I was the youngest baby in this county actually to ever be operated on. So it's the odds, being a baby. And of course several surgeries came after that. But I was like 4 or 5 years old when my aunt lived with us. She was the oldest in the family. She lived with us. So she was the one that knew, the most actually. And knew all the plants, what they did, and we've seen that, I had something different about me than the rest of the kids. And I would sit at the kitchen table with the women and just listen instead of going to play. But I like to just sit there, especially at my grandmother's table and even my aunt's table.
That's how I was.
Yeah, and so I listened to a lot. And one day I was about around 7 or 8, and my mother had said that there was something different about me that was highly spiritual, but also something where, I would grow and grow on it, where I would make use of whatever she was seeing there. And she didn't really elaborate on that. And my aunt, of course, always saw that there was something. And, when I got into a teenager, I got very interested in a lot of alternative things. And I was still into, culture, of course. But I was raised Mohawk, so I was very into my culture. And then I was about, I would say, probably 17 when my aunt started to share the Turtle Island way of healing light with me, and that's when I got interested. And as I got into my 20s and working, people knew that there was something that was hidden there that I wouldn't talk about, or only my closest friends and family knew, you know. And then when I got into my 30s, it became even more stronger, and I was kind of like ignoring it, you know. And then when my 40s,
I would do that. Mm-hmm.
yeah, then I got interest. Actually, I got one of my elders invited me into the Women's Moon Lodge, and I was just turned 40, and my son was just turned 1 year old. I have a daughter too, but he just turned 1 year old at that point. And it was like after that 40th birthday, I lost my moon. My moon was gone. I was happy, but I was okay. I have 2 kids. I'm all done. I'm fine. So then I get brought into the Moon Lodge, and I was brought in every single month for 13 moons. So I was 41 and 1 month old, and asked to take over the Moon Lodge, and that's when it all started to come out. And
Wow.
yeah, it started to come out then, and then after that, I took Reiki, became a Reiki master, and got into animal Reiki, and it's different, but yeah, it's very similar. I mean, we also have a symbol. We have one symbol, but Reiki has several symbols. But instead of life force, it's Turtle Island. So it's like very, very similar. And I do Reiki, and I also do the other. And the other I can do.
Well, your next class, you have a new student. I want to learn that. I want to,
There you go.
Yeah. I want to. That's interesting.
Basically, the whole ninja showing is passed on, so it's not really like a class. It's passed on. And,
okay.
It's no certification. It's just passed on. It's cultural. And then
okay.
is, as you know, you're certified.
Right. Right.
But it's very similar. I mean, instead of chakras, we don't have chakras.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of healing. We have light forces from Turtle Island, like the trees, the plants, the sun.
And that makes more sense.
Yeah, the creator, are in nature,
Right.
And things that are life supportive in nature, and so that's the difference. Where the universal life force actually comes from those other Reiki masters.
Right.
The very first Reiki master that came up with, these healings that he did for himself and others, and then, Reiki became alive. And then it went from each master down. So it comes from the, universal life force. Which is, universal. So, there's similarities but differences, and I've had huge successes with both, but even though my pupils say that I'm a traditional healer, I'm a spiritual healer, I don't go around talking a lot about it. It's by word of mouth,
Yeah, because people will take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, and here comes those energy vampires.
Oh
Right.
my God! Remember
Right.
that song? Remember that song? The freaks come out at night.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
the energy vampires are coming out night and day and night.
Or Thriller by Michael Jackson. The
Or
video
Thriller by
Thriller.
Michael Jackson. It's just, I mean, Donna told me, energy vampires, they sometimes purposely attack you for no reason.
Yes.
Donna told me she just heard from one that she hasn't heard from in how long, Donna?
Oh gosh, before COVID, like 2017 or 18, somewhere around there.
And she just popped
Wow.
up yesterday. She popped up yesterday early in the morning out of the blue, out of nowhere, just to start nonsense.
Yeah, it was crazy because a lot of energy vampires, they first off, sometimes it's out of jealousy. And I see jealousy as not just a fear, but a hate.
Yes.
That's what I see jealousy as. And a lot of times it is jealousy. Sometimes it's ego. That person has such a big ego that it's expanding in the dining room, you know.
And you know what? It's like a competition they have. Like they think that they can compete with you. It's like a competition, like a race.
Yes, a race, and they're like,
you know what I mean? Like
way above us, right? And which is funny because a lot of times they're not. You know, not that I'm saying I'm better than them, but I'm saying, hey, I'm equal to you.
No, I don't think so either.
You know? And you're not better than me, and I'm not better than you. We are equal, you know.
Right.
But, I just think, energy vampires come in all forms too, and that's what's scary, especially when they start to blame others for actual crimes that they're telling you of, when you know that other person did not do those actual crimes. They're just they want to make trouble is all. And they don't understand how dangerous it is, And this person, that, I was talking to, Firebird yesterday of, that's kind of what she was doing, and I didn't appreciate it at all. I really didn't. And it's not bad energy. It's disgustingly harmful to other people, not just us.
It is. I have people pop in and out my life too. Like they'll wait a while and then they figure like, okay, let me try to jump back in and disturb her peace and see what's going on.
Yeah, so true. And I've had stalkers. I had, let's see, two more stalkers.
Oh no.
Oh, the one, it was really, really bad. Really bad. Someone else, friends with that person and me, told me stay away. Don't get involved. Away. And I wasn't getting involved, actually. I was trying my darndest to get away. And finally, it was the phone that did it for me. I let the phone take care of it. Then another stalker was really, really out there, too. He actually went after our group. And I warned him. I said, you'll be seeing a lawyer to keep it up, And he actually went bye-bye finally. But and then I had another stalker that tried to shut down our group. We did get the group's lawyer involved with that one.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's vampires of all kinds, It's always about jealousy. The one was native related. The other one was native related. The other one was just...
By the way, someone from Australia says, much peace to the people. Thank you for the show. I guess they have the Australian Aboriginals are very spiritual people, and I would like to talk to them one day about how they deal with negativity and healing. The world needs healing. The world needs protection. We as individuals need protection. They don't only drain you mentally, they can actually destroy the body, cause cancer and
Yep.
many other diseases. I mean, we have a special guest. Uh, is he on here? He's trying. He's coming on to cheer Sherelle on. Hi, Chief. This
Hi.
is Chief Eagle.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Hi. This Chief, this is a healing show, and of course, we want your input. Sherelle, he is a chief of the Cape Fear Indians and also a medicine person as well. He has a balance between two, running his tribe and healing the world.
I am honored.
Yes, and I saw something that he wrote the other day. And someone said that we're all toxic. So I asked him. Was that physical, meaning toxin, things going into the body, bacteria, or spiritual? So I'll let him share a little bit about what he meant.
Okay.
Yeah,
Chief, can you hear?
basically, oh, hello. Yeah,
Go ahead.
I can hear y'all. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Okay. And thank you for the opportunity. Okay. Yeah, thanks for the opportunity to be on here. I'm sorry I came late.
That's okay.
I
know
have
you love
3
me.
grands and one on the way, and they keep
I know. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, he's making
Thank
another
you.
tribe with his grandchildren.
You know, I keep hearing that. But
Chief, go ahead.
when I look at stuff, I usually look at it holistically. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take my Wi-Fi off because there's a delay and it's causing us to talk over. So
Okay.
if I lose you, I'll call right back. I'm gonna take this Wi-Fi off here.
Okay. Yeah, we had a wonderful Sherelle, we had a wonderful show about the history of his tribe, the Tuscarora Cape Fear Indians, and yeah, all of the things that he's doing down there. Can you hear us, Chief?
Yes, I'm back on.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. So, go ahead. What were you saying?
I was saying when I look at things, I tend to look at it holistically because you really can't separate it. I know dealing with energy medicine, there's things that can affect you on an energy level that can manifest in a physical pain. So I look at it holistically, and sometimes what you eat can cause pain. What you think can cause pain. The words you say create your reality. You manifest the things that you're feeling and going through just by the way we speak, out of ignorance. So I look at things holistically. So when you said, is it mental, spiritual, or physical? It's all of it.
Right.
We're this is a deaf culture that we live in. I mean, be honest, deaf culture. The sad standard American diet, everything is bop. It's full of sodium. We're getting too much this, not enough of that, and it's just causing havoc in our bodies. Our enzymes are supposed to either handle your metabolism or digest. But because of how we eat, all of the enzymes that usually supposed to deal with your managing your homeostasis in your body, all of your chemical reactions and stuff, all your enzymes are going, instead of it dealing with keeping your joints and keeping your heart and keeping all of your body functioning the way it's supposed to, it's always going to digestion because we eat the stuff that we eat is hard to digest. So all of these enzymes that's supposed to be doing maintaining your body homeostasis, we take those enzymes and they come over to rescue the digestive enzymes to help digest the stuff that the digestive enzymes are having a hard problem with. So I mean, we're just behind this death culture has got us behind the wall.
Now, Chief, besides sodium, isn't a lot of the packaged food and everything also include sugars?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Everything that's not a protein turns into a sugar anyway. So, you know, your complex carb, triple carb. If we ate off of the land, we can eliminate a lot of that.
I was just going to ask you that. I was just going to ask you, is your tribe doing anything like a farmer's market, or do you have that in the plans, you know, growing your own fruits and vegetables?
Yeah, we have individuals who have their own gardens, but yeah, we're working on something collectively too. We've been asked down in our Brunswick County, actually the county is wanting to give us a farmer's market stand, but we weren't prepared for it. So yeah, I mean, we have lots of support. We got the people with the know-how to make it happen. So it's going to happen. It's in the plan.
Now, do you have a particular spiritual medicine healer that maybe deal with the arts like yourself and Sherelle and Donna? Do you have that type of setup, or is something that you would consider?
Actually, we have a few. Uncle Ted, he's living in Canada right now. He's in his 80s. You know, we have a few elders who are very versed in the medicines and theory, you know, seers and things of that nature. We're building something that I really can't talk a lot about.
I understand.
A healing center. So we have a lot of things planned. We have a lot of things planned. Once we get this thing moving forward, we'll be able to start speaking more about it.
I do understand. My tribe is the same way. You know, I'm a clans mother, but they tell me very, you know, don't speak of this, don't speak of that, you know, let's etch it in stone. You know, we working with the state and the government, and a lot of things we can't say. So
that's understandable, because sometimes it can interfere with what you're trying to do.
Yeah, spiritually as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got and you have to beware of those dream killers out there too. So don't give the dream killers any information, any ammunition.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chief. You were saying?
No, that was it. I was just saying.
Okay. Excuse me.
Go ahead.
You guys talk.
Hello. Yes. So,
you to fall on the face.
It's like I said, it's an honor meeting you. I have Facebook, I have Instagram. If you would like to link up with me, you can. I'm pretty sure you could get it from her, my information.
Okay.
I've been a Reiki master, it'll be a year now. But I've always been the type I was always the friend or the family member everybody would come to when they're going through something. They have to sit there and listen to their drama and their problems. And I'm like, maybe I should make a career out of this. Maybe this is meant for me to do. Like, everybody wants to come to me when they're going through something. Also, a lot of my family members, like at least 3 or 4, before they had passed away, had came to see me, and then they passed away. So that kind of like made me be like, what is that? Like, it's kind of scary, but I guess maybe I'm just the one that they come to. It happened at least 4 times already.
Yeah.
4 times in a week?
No.
Oh.
Overtime.
Oh, overtime.
Yes.
Overtime. Can we talk about Chief and Sherelle and Donna, energy vampires in the workplace, and how we can stay well in that environment? That, you know, we have to earn bread for our families, but spirits are definitely trying to stop us and hinder us. I think Donna spoke about, someone spoke about jealousy.
Yes.
Donna, jealousy in the workforce that can hinder you, your health, because they're plotting against you spiritually and physically. Are there some techniques in the workplace that you can protect yourself in your cubicle, or something to wear, or can we help the audience out? A lot of people are working and
Black
suffering.
tourmaline.
Mm-hmm.
Black tourmaline works.
Yeah, in my office, I've been resigned for quite a few years, but I used to work for DSS, Social Services. I worked there for 11 and a half years, and I think it was a matter of hiding and closing the door and just telling people out. And but yeah, there was a lot of times where it just wasn't the client, it the workers that had like this pretty dark energy going on, and when you think of social workers, a lot of times social workers, they become social workers to figure themselves out. And they're the ones who tend to try to figure you out and attack you, And it's like, no, I'm not you. You're you and I'm me,
Right.
And it just was very odd. I resigned from there after 11 and a half years to raise my daughter. And then my son came along, but I just the energy level in there that was dark was just out of this world, So I have this well, I can see my stone here. Can you see that?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay, so anyways, I had one just like that in my office, and and I think that's what protected me from a lot, and the fact that I would shield myself, and I would take and use my intuition, what I knew was going to happen before it even happened. That was important, and I think it was just an opportunity to close that door, just close it, which you can do with workers, not clients. You can do it with workers. The clients, it was a little bit different, of course, but with the workers, it was wackadoo. Some of the workers, it's crazy, but that's how I took care of it, basically. And
I'm gonna call.
one thing I always tell people is that whenever you put out there,
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
In the airspace, you can't take that back. That's already out there, And I think if everyone knew that, I think that would help out a lot of this crazy energy stuff that goes back and forth and all around. And because that dark energy, these energy vampires, they really affect you. They affect your physical well-being, your mental well-being, your emotional well-being. They make you tired, they drain you, they can even make you sick. And that's where I've learned how to just not just stay away, but cut it off. And but anyways, that's what I do. I surround myself with the right white light, and that comes from above. And I have my stones that take care of a lot of the energy, and I use my intuition. And like I said, I be careful. I've learned my lesson. I learned my lesson from.
Me too.
What do you do in the work place with a energy vampire boss? How can we get around that?
Oh, God. That's a hard one. My cousin's going through that right now. It's
really,
it's really, really, really hard. I mean, it's really hard to figure that one out. I don't think only once. Well, one time I had an interview when I was much, much younger. I was looking for work real quick out of high school. I just wanted a job first, right? And I went for his interview for this vacuum cleaner company, right? And I meet the guy at this bakery that interviewed me. Oops. And he starts to interview me, right? And I'm talking with him, and all of a sudden he comes back and goes, really, you should be married and barefoot and pregnant.
What?
And I was like, see you later. And I thought, thank God I wasn't working with him. So, my reaction was get out of here,
Right.
Instead of talking over, there was nothing to talk over and get out of there,
Yeah, because it was his energy. It was his energy. Like, why would you say that?
And I already saw that it was his energy from the minute he opened his mouth, even though it took him like 5 minutes to get into that, right? My mind was already like, oh, I'm out of here. Forget it.
Right.
I'm done. I don't need no vacuum selling vacuum cleaners.
Right.
Well, Chief Eagle Elk, you're a martial artist. How would you approach a energy vampire? Because it's really, really getting bad and worse, and the world is in turmoil. The workplace, the home life is in, and people are really getting sicker and sicker mentally and physically. I mean, I went through something that, oh my God, it's just unbelievable. Everything I did was never good enough, or or whatever, I mean, they actually follow behind you, like your shadow, and demeaning and putting down. It's just terrible. How
It
would
is
you
terrible.
how would you deal with that situation, Chief? Would you do meditation, or what is your technique for as a healer?
I try to improve myself, meditation, to exercise, to energy exercise, diet, and it's a roller coaster. So anytime that you find yourself lacking or falling off, part of your exercise is to be conscious that you are lacking and falling off so you can get back on. It's just like meditation. Your mind is always gonna wonder, because we're processing so many thoughts throughout the day. I forget 90,000 thoughts, and about 50,000 of those carry over the next day, and on top of what you're processing during that day. So we're bombarded with thoughts. You're always processing. So if you're meditating, how do you focus? Part of your focus is bringing yourself back once you realize you lost focus. That's the exercise. It's an exercise. Staring at a flame, you start to hit. Something is starting to make you want to break focus. Just being aware of that, and then bringing yourself back to focus is a part of the exercise. So definitely the different exercises, energy exercise, to improve your focus and to also improve your meditation. I also like to use binaural beats every single night. Before I go to sleep, I'm listening to binaural beats. There's thousands of them on YouTube. You can pick and choose for whatever you're trying to accomplish. Binaural beats, isochronic beats. Sometimes I get music that has both of them mixed into it. Subliminal messages. So those are some things. On top of that, I like crystals. Crystals are good for protection. I think you mentioned tourmaline a little earlier. Labradorite, quartz, rose, things. I mean, you can get a book on Amazon. I forget the name of it, but it's not expensive at all. And anyone can purchase that, and then they can see what the various crystals are used for, and get those crystals and start learning about them and using them. They've been using them since the ancient times. Nothing has changed except our thoughts. I think that's the only thing that's changed. We forgot the power of crystals. That stuff works. The government studies this stuff and invests money in it, but we think it's foo-foo in Buddhism or voodoo or something like that. Which I don't even voodoo. That's a whole nother discussion. on.
Yeah, that's something
We
totally
must
different.
discuss it. We must discuss that on
I
another
have nothing
show.
against. Yeah, I have nothing against it at all because everything has been demonized by the controlling coach. They
Mm-hmm.
rewrote everything in their image, and they put out what's good and what's bad. And because we went to sleep and think we're woke, we're believing everything that they say. But once you take that red pill and you can see those numbers, which is the universal language numbers. You can see those numbers, then you realize all the BS you've been said all the time. But
Thanks for the confirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in the workplace, be aware because people are shooting and acting crazy. Just be aware of your environment. Keep your circle small. Don't let everybody know all your business. Stay in your
Right.
own business. Don't be nosy and gossipy. Keep your crystals on you, your diodes, if you're familiar with diodes. Protect yourself from TMF and other people's negative energy, and just stay out of the drama. That's simple, really, really simple instruction.
Yeah.
Sherelle had she deals with angel numbers. Can you go into that now? That would be wonderful.
Okay, so I wrote some of them down. Hold on one second. Okay, so like 1111 or 111. For example, it means it's a fresh start, a new beginning in love. So 111 is from the angels, and 1111 is divine guidance, celebration. So your angels telling you that you're doing good. 1234 or 1234. It means the time has come for you to reap the rewards of all your hard work. 234 is for determination, and your angels are asking you to work harder. So they're telling you you have the determination, but you need to just give yourself a little bit more of a push. 711, which is my birthday, it's good fortune, and it means that you made wise choices. 222 is stability, life decisions, commitment, cooperation, and it's just you go by the numbers. You can look them up. Anytime you see the numbers that are matching, it's usually a message. But I have a whole list of them, and I post them all the time on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
So,
I never really. I think I looked at your page a couple of times.
Yeah, I post them every time I see one. I'll post it, and then I'll put the meaning of it in my comments.
Okay, for people that are suffering on a energy vampires, what numbers would you recommend for them?
I would say 311 because it's for 311. It means that the angels want you to challenge yourself, and they want to help you grow, and they want you to build your self development. So 311 is a good number. Let me see. 414 is eliminate all negative energy and
There you go.
altercation. 414 is good.
So how would I apply 414 to my personal life?
Well, if you see the number, you look it up, and it applies to you. Then, because you know what, sometimes there's different meanings to each number. Because you'll have 414, the spiritual meaning or the angel number meaning, and then you have the people that are into like relationship wise, like a twin flame and a soulmate thing, and they'll look up their definition for that. So it's like it means different things for different situations.
Okay, well, the theme is the energy vampires in the workplace, at home. Donna, what do you recommend setting up altars or protection, or how would you recommend for someone?
I have like a simple altar set up for protection. So I have all my rocks on there, and I put some candles on there. All my ancestors that have passed are on my altar. So that's important to me because a lot of times our ancestors, they are our guides. Our ancestors that once were are our guides. And so that's very important for me right there. Um, and of course, I make use of my smudging. Um, that has a lot to do with, me being protected, surrounding me in that sage and that cedar and that sweetgrass is like something that is very highly protective. And sometimes I add frankincense and myrrh to it. And reason being is because there's other people that actually smudge with that. So why not myself? Right?
Hold on 1 second.
Basically, I'm using what they use on me so that I combat them just as easy as I would with the sage, cedar, and sweetgrass too. So that's what I do. I do meditate a lot of times. I talk to my spirit guides and my spirit helpers, the creator, and I talk to my ancestors. And a lot of times I get like interesting things. Like my father loved cherry tobacco, and every once in a while I smell that cherry tobacco, and it's
Oh,
really
cherry tobacco. Wow. Yeah.
and
Good stuff.
yeah, and the other day I could smell like Charlie, my aunt's perfume, Charlie, that she loved, and I could smell that, and now I'm gonna sneeze as I'm talking about it. I feel it coming, but anyways, I do meditative. I do, of course, Reiki because I'm a Reiki master, so a lot of times I'll do Reiki on myself, or I do the Honey Healing Light on myself, and that's a protective for me. And I close that door. One of my friends, God bless her, she has passed since quite a few years ago, but she taught me something that was really interesting. When I get something that is insightful or intuition or something that seems to be negative coming to me, or if someone like is sending that negative energy right in front of me, or on the phone or somewhere, right? I think of that energy, and as it's playing in that old time recorder, I push eject. I take that tape, I open up that door, and I throw it out the door. And as it comes down, it's being piled with dirt as it's coming down, just piled with dirt, and that door is closed. So that is gone. That's totally gone. And I like that. I like using that a lot. It's simple. You can do it anywhere. It's just like you do Reiki anywhere. You can do, light anywhere. Um, you know, uh, like I can be sitting here right now and working on someone right now, and it'd be just as powerful as if I was in person or I was in my room doing it as distant Reiki or,
Wow.
So, I think that's all how I handle it actually. And my worst enemy was my diet, though. I will say that. I couldn't do a better diet, but I think that's COVID related, and my meds I'm on forces me to not have certain things. So it's like that I love, But other than that, my diet's not real bad, but could be better. But I mean, when we think of doing for ourselves, as we know, diet's important, your attitude's important, your intuition, listen to it, is important. And like Chief said, stay away from the drama. If you feel like there's going to be drama, just close that door. Just bury it. Shut off that tape recorder and take that tape out and open that
Throw
door.
it away.
Throw it away. Close that door. And let that shovel bury that dirt on top of it. Lay it down.
Right.
And that's how I handle it actually. And like I said, I use block a lot of things. Block, that's enough and done. And I will say, since I blocked the 2 stalkers from a year ago, it's pure freedom. It's pure freedom since I blocked people. And It's weird. I saw the one recently. I teach Reiki. I'm Reiki class right now, and we were out to lunch, and here he comes. Oh my God! I know he saw me, and
Mhm.
never said anything. Never went over to me. Never did nothing. Just totally he acknowledged me, but ignored me. And I think it's because I was with someone else. If I was alone, it would have been different, maybe. But and seeing him, it felt so good that he didn't come over, he didn't talk to me. He went and sat down, drank his coffee, and left. I was like,
Good.
it didn't even bother me he was there. And, that's because I had already cut him off, And the other guy was really dangerous too. I cut him off really fast. And just hit block. And, I feel like I'm out of jail now. I really do. Freedom, So I've learned my lesson, I was always like a person that has always been polite to everybody and anybody. And
Yeah, that's me.
For me. Very dangerous, because I don't want to be rude to people. I want to be nice, I want to be a nice person and polite, and generous.
Donna, have you ever been through a phase when you were awakening where you felt like you were supposed to help everyone?
Yes.
I'm just ending that phase. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to help everybody. I was feeling like that. I'm making myself sick.
I finally had to stop with that quite a while back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the person I was a fix-it-all person.
Right.
And if you're broken, I'm going to fix you. But no one's really broken to begin with.
Right.
But I was a fix-it-all,
Mm-hmm.
I would, like, for example, right, as one person, I gave him ride back and forth, lost his license, gave him ride back and forth. I gave him money. I fed him. I did house things, and then I got banged in the butt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, basically used, And after that episode, I think that's the last one I did that I actually cut off being a fix-it gal, That was it. I was done.
Yeah.
So I learned my lesson, I really learned my lesson, kind of the hard way.
After I had heart failure 3 months ago and I survived, that's
Oh
when
my
I changed up
God.
everything.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'm a heart failure. I survived heart failure 3 months ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so happy because you're here.
Yeah.
You're here with us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Congratulations on your survival on beating it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Strong young lady. Amazing. Now her mission, like the two of you, Chief is helping his tribe. Donna is helping the world. Sherelle is trying to help the world. I'm trying my best here in Pennsylvania to help the world and our people. I like to read some warning signs of energy vampires.
I'm gonna write this down.
The first one, they don't take accountability for what they do. They're often charismatic. They may slink out of trouble when problems arise because of this charm. They're started, but they're dumping. They're dump out. They'll leave you hanging. They're crafty and many pin problems on someone else in almost every situation. They never accept culpability for their role in any disagreement or issue. You're often left holding the guilt and possibly the blame. For example, I can't believe no one could get this right. What an embarrassment. I just sat there. He kept getting angry at me, and I still don't know what I did, but yet they started it.
Right.
They're always involved in some kind of drama. Energy vampires always find themselves in the middle of a catastrophe, flailing from target to target with their emotional and dramatic behavior. When they're landed on you, they fling this drama onto you in hopes you'll absorb it, fix it, and write their slip. For example, why am I always the one everyone gets mad at? I don't deserve this, yet they started it. I just can't take this anymore. I didn't do anything to Ellen when she stopped talking to me.
Anaya.
Why can't everyone
You
be
might
as
highlight it
fine
to me.
as you? They always want up on you. An energy vampire never likes to be outdone. That's the jealousy thing. And they
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
keen and share the spotlight. They don't want to share the spotlight. This is one of their many narcissistic tendencies. I know many of those. They struggle to feel
Mm-hmm.
genuine happiness for another person. Instead,
I'm off for the
they,
highlighter. Sure.
they prefer to pull energy to feed their emotional demands. For example, they're really good news. I actually applied for a new job today, too, and I really need some help with my resume. Do you mind looking it over? So proud of you. Only 3 more certifications to go to catch up with me, myself, and I.
In my
Mhm.
room.
They diminish your problems and play up to their own. Energy vampires feed off your emotional energy, and you're sad or upset. And if you're sad or upset, your energy supplies are dwindling. To drain the most energy from you, energy vampires will shift the attention of the discussion to themselves, turning your dismay into their emotional buffet. For example, I know your job doesn't pay well, but at least your job is fun. You have to help me find a new one. Help me. You're stupid swamped at work. Oh, you're super swamped at work. And I get it, but I really, really need to talk to you tonight about the issue with Mark. Me, myself, and I, not on the person's problem. Okay? They act like a martyr. Energy vampires place their problems squarely on the shoulders of other people. They take no responsibility for contributions to their difficulties. What they're seeking is emotional support to boost their self esteem. For example, he's always so unreasonable. I do the best I can, but it's just never enough. The day started off bad and it's only getting worse. They'll use your good nature against you. That's my favorite one.
Uh,
People who are sensitive and compassionate are prime targets to energy vampires. You offer a listening ear, a kind heart, and endless energy. In that way, energy vampires use your very nature against you, draining you of your vitality. For example, they monopolize your time at every social occasion so they can have as much of your energy as they can get. They know you feel guilty turning them down for coffee or a dinner date, so they ask regularly.
Mm.
Those guilt trips of ultimatums. Energy vampires often rely on guilt trips to get what they want. They know shame is a great weapon against people who are compassionate and caring. Likewise, ultimatums are an effective way to capture a person's attention and coerce them into doing something they otherwise may not want to do. For example, I don't know how you expect me to make it without you. I'll fall apart. If you really care for me, you'll call him and tell him how much I love him. They're
Wow.
codependent. Codependency is a type of relationship where every action is designed to elicit a certain reaction from the other individual. It's a vicious cycle of behavior, but energy vampires rarely recognize that they're in them. They use these relationships, often romantic ones, to continue spinning a cycle of drama and emotional need. For example, I know this isn't a good relationship, but it's so much better than trying to get over him and learn to date again. If I just annoy him for a few days, he'll totally beg for forgiveness and come crawling back. Donna, here you go with the stalker. They criticize or bully. At their core, energy vampires are often insecure. They may use dehumanizing tactics and criticisms to keep their prey insecure too. In this state, you feel like you owe them your attention and should continue to work to stop the unwarranted attacks. For example, I was too stupid to expect better from you. Everyone else treats me like garbage, so why not you? You were in over your head from the beginning, and I told you that. They intimidate. One step removed from criticizing or bullying you is intimidation. It is a tool some energy vampires turn to when they need to stir up some emotional fodder. Fear is very strong emotional reaction. If an energy vampire can upset you, they can boost their ego. I won't tell you this again and again, for example. You don't deserve a promotion. You don't know what you even really want it. Why it matters and what to do. Okay, this is what you girls come in. Why it matters.
You have to protect your energy.
Mm-hmm.
By all means, you have to, because people will drain you. Like, I learned my lesson a lot of the times. Like I said, people will always come to me when they're going through drama and everything. As soon as I beat that heart failure, I cut so many people off. I don't talk to half the people that I used to talk to anymore because it's just draining. I can't. My health is more important than me worried about your problem. Your little bitty problem that you're making a big problem out of. You're coming around me crying and acting like a baby, like you're not an adult, like you don't know what to do. You want to cry on my shoulder, like there's nothing I could do. You know what to do. You know, just follow your intuition. Like, it's like they just like to drain you. I can't deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
Chief Eagle Elk, as a martial artist, do you have this type of clientele, people that are depressed, and your martial arts helps them build up strength with their personal lives?
Yes, more of my massage, some of my massage therapy clients were kind of. I've met quite a few vampires, energy vampires, in there. But massage therapy, martial arts training. You can use personal training, just the fitness lifestyle. You can adapt that to. You can use that to build yourself up or to help build your clients to deal with vampirism. People who just draining on you. Again, to me, it just seems simple. I guess it's not to a lot of folks, but it's just simple.
Mm-hmm.
I know I need to, as Bear Clan, we like to turn in and self-reflect, have that quiet time to ourselves. I like my peace and my quiet time. I don't like being around people all the time because sometimes you need time to get your own thoughts and everything together. Some people just like noise and commotion.
I don't like all of that either.
Yeah.
I understand.
So yeah, I value my quiet time and just the peace of mind, being in nature, whether it's the woods or the water. I'm around woods and I'm surrounded by water. I'm about 2.5 hours from the mountains, but I love the mountains too. Yeah, so yeah, I think no, let's say 3 hours from the mountains. I guess something like that. Asheville, out in that way, North Carolina. It's a nice little ride, but it's not like you're going to another state. I mean, it's not. It's a good vacation type trip. But I just like nature. You know what I mean? I like nature. It helps rebalance and recenter you. Putting your feet on the ground outside of the rubber soles that cuts off the electricity, the communication from your body to the planet. How many times do humans walk barefoot in the grass and the dirt?
Yeah.
Versus having on shoes, which insulates you from the magnetic field. So all these, it's the little things, you know, putting your hands in the dirt. Hell, you can garden or plant your flowers, or that'll give you that type of exposure. Get out in the
Tree
sun.
hugging. I like to
Tree
hug
hugging.
Oh, yeah. I had someone I knew that was a tree hugger, supreme. Every tree, not every other tree. Every tree got a hug. As we walked, we reached our destination maybe 2 or 3 hours later because he was hugging every tree he could get.
It feels good though. Like when you like hug it, it's like a relief. Like you can feel that. Like you can feel it. It's a good feeling you get after hugging a tree. I just started doing that. I'll be honest with you. I haven't done it all my life, but it does work.
It does work, right?
You know how people like to talk to your plants in your house? You can talk to the trees the same
I do.
way.
Look at my lily.
Oh.
I talk to all my plants.
As the chief said about, it says establish boundaries. Although this may be easier said than done at first, you can and should develop areas of your life where you won't allow an energy vampire to enter. Don't agree to social events like dinner or coffee dates. Avoid weekend trips and other extended events where they'll be in attendance. At work, at work, you can limit interactions between the two of you by not agreeing to lunches and not stopping by their desk to chat. You may need to start small, focusing on a few areas and then expand. Adjust your expectations. You can't fix in an energy vampire, but you can reshape your expectations about them. This may involve shutting off your emotional valve and not offering advice when they vent their problems to you. This may also mean you can't use them as any type of emotional release either. They want to reciprocate. Don't give them an inch. If the energy vampire calls, stop by or text, don't give them the room. Like Donna, she blocked the person. First thing
I don't blame her. I would listen. I've done it too. Especially on Facebook, there's a lot of negative people on there, and I just block them.
Oh my God!
I just block them.
That's one of the roots of why I wanted to do this presentation, because all of the negativity on Facebook, office, in your personal life, and people don't know how to identify an energy vampire or a psychic, a vampire. That's why I read off the descriptions and invited you as spiritual people on here to give some techniques. I like what Chief said. He's by the water, yet he's like 3 hours from the mountain. So he can do either or. And I wish I lived in that environment, you know.
I live right near the waterfront too.
Escape. Because these people are they're out of their minds. I mean, really, it's getting worse. I think it really interferes what we as Native people are trying to do. I feel like it's spiritual attacks against us, and we need to know some ways of fighting these demons. I'm an empath, you know. They target towards me. I'm sure you are too. Anyone, you know, with that compassion for others are greatly targeted.
Yes.
And you know, you take on that negative energy and it affects your body, you know. So it's good to be able to reach out to other spiritual people. Chief, this is Healing Wednesday, Spiritual Wednesday. Yesterday was Taco Tuesday. So
okay.
We're doing Spiritual Wednesday. And
nice.
You know, hopefully we can do this like maybe once a month or once every 2 months, or when someone has something to offer that they would say, hey, Firebird, let's do a show of this area in spirituality. I like to use turquoise as a Native American person. Turquoise is for the heart chakra, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and it is heals the whole body. It's the center of healing and strength for many people. I see Donna has on a lot of turquoise. Blue is very healing and peaceful. If
That's
you
my
have,
favorite color.
yeah, if you have a cubicle at work, I personally, feng shui is a good technique of sectioning off your environment too. But I like the color blue. It's very soothing. It's very relaxing. So if your boss, lays into you, or a coworker, get you some turquoise. Get some colors, blues.
Mm-hmm.
A healing bundle. Make the turquoise the center of your healing bundle. A
Okay.
medicine bag. Don't tell everyone what's in your medicine bag, but
Okay.
include turquoise. That's a crystal that we use and that we recommend, and work it over your whole body. Maybe hand it to somebody, hold their hands, let them pray with you, use turquoise. So many techniques that you can use for healing, but turquoise and the color blue is my personal favorite. you know more than any other type of crystal. That's the one that Native Americans use greatly.
Have you ever heard of what's the name of it? It's blue too. I have one. I have a tree here. I'm gonna show you.
Okay, whatever you can bring to the plate.
Okay. This
Hang
is
in there, Donna. Chief Donna's
this
so
is
tired.
lapis lazuli. It's a
Ah,
tree though. You see it?
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah,
beautiful.
this is lapis lazuli. This is supposed to be very good for your third eye chakra
Yes,
and for protection as well.
it's protection. Now, where can the audience find that? Maybe they can put it in their cubicle at
Yes.
work.
I bought this off of Amazon, but it was made in India, from all the way from India. So if they look carefully, they'll find it.
They'll find it.
Um,
Could you
on
spell it for
Amazon.
them? Could you spell it for them?
It's LAPIZ LAZULI, lapis lazuli.
Okay. And that helps for healing.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I really enjoyed everyone today. Chief, I know you're overwhelmed with grandbabies and building another tribe. Donna's tired. Sherelle got her baby in the background. They
Yeah,
keep
she was
knocking
going to
on
my
my
mom's
door,
house for
my
the whole summer.
grandkids.
I got a break.
My grandkids, from the one that's 16 months to the one that's 12 years and the one 13. Nana, where are you? I wanted to let everyone know that we're having a parade, first annual Native American parade in New York City, October 15th. I'll fill everyone in and hope that you can come, or if not, maybe you can congratulate us on a YouTube video or whatever. But we're pitching hard. The parade itself is got off to a slow start because of a spiritual type of thing going on. And at the last minute, they called us and confirmed that it was approved. So we don't have a whole year in the planning. We only have 4 months. So we're going to do the best that we can this year, and things should go smoother next year. And I thank all of you for the love. Sherelle, do you have an email or a
Yes.
website?
I have my email is SHARELLWILEY, the number one at gmail.com. And I also have a Facebook page dedicated to my spirituality and my beliefs. It's called RelleyDivine Healing, and I offer Reiki healing and things of that nature. It's called RelleyDivine Healing. I'll send you the information on Facebook.
Spell
so you
it for
can,
them on camera.
You can see it.
Spell your name for them.
It's RelleyDivine Healing. It's RellYDivine Healing, and you can find me on Facebook. So you'll see me. And my Facebook name is Relly Wiley.
Okay, hon. Thank you, Chief. You have anything
Thank you.
last to say before we go?
Well, I wanted to ask you a question about the parade. Are you looking for participants from different
Yes,
tribes?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I'll be in contact with you because we have some tribal members, relatives up there. So maybe we'll talk about it.
They can carry your banner.
Okay.
That would be awesome.
All right. I'll
And
definitely be in touch with you on that.
the Ramapo Nation of New Jersey, my distant cousins are sponsoring me this year and themselves, because they believe that, like I do, everyone has a day of celebration and pride, in the streets, showing our pride and our history. Everyone has one but us, and this is happening. I did one 20 years ago, but it wasn't annually. This is going to be Creative Bless Us annually. It's scheduled to be annually on prestigious 6th Avenue in Manhattan, downtown. We only have 10 blocks this year, but as you know, things grow as you go on with hopes of doing more education, science, spirituality as Native people, promoting my Lenape Hogan people, my Cherokee people, my other family, all of us being promoted on that day, Mohawk, Blackfoot, everyone. It's the theme is the indigenous people of the Americas parade, meaning that I designed it like that. So all people from South Central North America will feel like they have an equal voice that day that they march, not just state Indians. You know what I'm saying? All of us, because the next month is Native American month, and all nations from South Central North America, we celebrate together. So why not carry it from October to November and keep it going? So
Right.
I was trying to be very careful of the title of the parade to represent everyone, Tainos, everyone. So everyone is welcome. So Chief, I will be talking to you to help, and Donna and now Relly to help spread and get the word out there through participation, as well as writing on Facebook and letting their indigenous and non-indigenous friends know we're going to have our day, So anyone that wants to, they can write me at fibergraywolf@yahoo.com. And we're building Facebook page, a group page, website blog. We're going to get with the help of my Ramapo family, get the word out there through advertisement and whatever we have to do to try to put something, together in the 4 months that we have. 4 is a special number to us. So who knows? I just feel it's going to be wonderful. And
I can help as much as I can. I'm trying. I didn't mean to disturb you, because I'm not working right now because of the heart failure. So I can help you.
The typewriter has power. On your keyboard, that has power. So I'm not looking for any funds from you. Just let your fingers do the walking on the keyboard.
Okay.
do your best. Chief is he's gonna plug it for me with tribal people. Donna, she's gonna plug it for me with tribal and spiritual people. So we'll do our best to pull this off. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. And I thank you. I love you all. And I will be having you back on the show very soon. Thank you so much, Chief Eagle.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And thank you, Donna. Thank you all. Donna Dakahani. This is Fiber Grey Wolf of Native Voices Turtle Island TV signing off. Love, peace, Anigido. Gagaui, I love you. And Creator, you are bless you.
Tinarekwa,
Donna Dakahani.
No,